Biographical Notes of the Indian Today. This is LibriVox recording, or LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by April Gonzalez. The Indian Today by Charles Alexander Eastman. Biographical Notes. The author of this book was born in a teepee of buffalo hide near Redwood Falls, Minnesota, during the winter of 1858. His father was a full-blooded Sioux called Many Lightnings, the Wakandiota. His mother, the granddaughter of Chief Cloudman of the Sioux and daughter of a well-known army officer, died shortly after his birth. He was named Ohiyesa, the winner. The baby was reared to boyhood by the care of his grandmother. When he was 4 years old, the so-called Minnesota Massacre of 1862 separated him from his father and elder brothers and only sister, and drove him with the remnant of the Eastern Sioux into exile in Manitoba. There for over 10 years he lived the original nomadic life of his people in the family of an uncle, from whom he received the Spartan training of an Indian youth of that day. The knowledge thus gained of life's realities and the secrets of nature, as well as the idealistic philosophy of the Indian, he has always regarded as the most valuable part of his education. When Ohiyesa had reached the age of 15 years, and had been presented with a flintlock musket in token of his arrival at the estate of young manhood, he was astonished by the reappearance of the father, whose supposed death at the hands of white men he had been taught that he must some day avenge. He learned that his father had adopted the religion and customs of the hated race, and was going to take home his youngest son. Ohiesa's new home was a pine log cabin on a farm at Flandreau, Dakota Territory, where a small group of progressive Indians had taken up homesteads like white men, and were earning an independent livelihood. His long hair was cropped, he was put in a suit of citizen's clothing, and sent off to a mission day school. At first reluctant, he soon became interested, and 2 years later voluntarily walked 150 miles to attend the larger and better school at Santee, Nebraska, where he made rapid progress under the veteran missionary educator, Dr. Alfred L. Riggs, and was soon advanced to the preparatory department of Belvoir College, Wisconsin. His father had adopted his wife's English name of Eastman, and the boy named himself Charles Alexander. After 2 years at Belvoir, young Eastman went to Knox College, then east to Kimball Union Academy in New Hampshire, and to Dartmouth College, where Indians had found a special welcome since colonial days. He was graduated from Dartmouth in 1887, and went immediately to Boston University, where he took the medical course and was graduated in 1890 as orator of his class. The entire term spent in primary, preparatory, college, and professional education, including the mastery of the English language, was 17 years, or about 2 years less than is required by the average white youth. Dr. Eastman went directly to the large Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota as government physician, and during the Ghost Dance troubles of 1890 91, he was in charge of the wounded Indian prisoners in the emergency hospital. In 1891, he married Miss Elaine Goodale of Berkshire County, Massachusetts, and in 1893 went to St. Paul, Minnesota, with his wife and child. While engaged there in the practice of medicine, he was approached by a representative of the International Committee of the YMCA, and served for 3 years as the field secretary in the United States and Canada. In 1897, Dr. Eastman went to Washington as attorney for his tribe, to push the interests of the national capital, and from 1899 to 1902, he served again as a government physician to the Sioux. Beginning in 1903, he spent about 7 years giving permanent family names to the Sioux, and thus helping to establish the legal descent of the property under the direction of the Indian Bureau. His first book, Indian Boyhood, was published in 1902. It is the story of his own early life in the wilds of Canada, and was the outgrowth of several sketches which appeared in St. Nicholas a few years earlier. Since that time he has written Great Hunters and the Animal People, 1904, Old Indian Days, 1906, Wigwam Evenings, 1909, The Soul of the Indian, 1911, and The Indian Scout Talks, 1914. All have been successful, and some have been
Sample complete. Ready to continue?